He is an icon is an understatement. Bob Marley is globally known for his music, and it continues to be loved from generation to generation. Now, the story of his life is on the screen, and it's all thanks to his son and an actor.
To sing these songs of freedom is all I ever have. Redemption songs.
When you write that?
All my life.
Joining me now to talk about the movie, our producer, Ziggy Marley, and the star of the film, Kingsley Benadir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, Ziggy, I'd like to start with you. What was it like seeing the final cut of the film and the reaction that you had to seeing your father's life unfold on the screen?
Yeah, I was very happy with the final cut when I saw it, and it's just, for me, I like watching movies. I'm a movie guy, and I really approach watching this film just like an audience. That's how I do it. And I like the film, very entertaining. There's laughter, there's crying, there's love. It does have, for me, it have everything that a good film should have in it. And it brings out all these different emotions. For me, the strongest emotion it brings out in me is laughter. When Kingsley does my father humor in this unique way, it reminds me so much of him that, you know, you just like laugh and just feel happy about it. So I really enjoy the film as an audience member.
Okay, well, how lovely. Kingsley, what was it like learning about the man that you played from his own family?
Yeah, it was fascinating, you know. But really, it was about, the challenge was trying to understand the emotional point of view of Bob, which was only possible because Ziggy and Neville were with us every day. So there were lots of challenges. Obviously, I'm not a musician. I don't play the guitar, and I'm not a singer. And so there's all of that. And Jamaican patois can be very, very complicated. And sometimes it can feel like a different language in a way. But all in all, it was trying to get to the emotional center of Bob in a way that felt truthful, in a way that was interpreting his spirit rather than trying to mimic him. The pressure was really on that because the audience's response coming out in the last week, a lot of people are finding it very emotional, and that's really always my, objective. One is laughter and tears. You know, if you can make people laugh and make them cry, then you've done your job. So finding out about Bob in a way that was going to allow that to be possible was sort of an ongoing conversation.
And clearly you nailed it. Ziggy, the title is Bob Marley, One Love, but it could have just been simply called Bob Marley. So what was the importance of that one love message?
Yeah, the importance of it is that, well, my father, it wasn't just about him. He's not like, hey, it's about me. What I'm doing is about me. Look at me. It's about the message. And the message is one love. And so it is important that we be respectful of him and honor him in that way, where we put his message as a part of the title of the film, because that was the most important thing.
Yeah, makes sense. And that's what he was all about.
Yeah.
Kingsley, did you feel pressure for playing this role? Because Bob Marley is one of the most recognized music icons ever. Was there any hesitation on your part?
There was no hesitation really at all once I knew that that Ziggy was going to be there, and it was, a script that the family had approved. And but yeah, there's a huge amount of pressure because Bob's so important to so many people, and I felt the pressure, but I always feel like that's a good thing. I was like, this feels as scary as it's ever gonna be, really, in terms of an acting role. And in that case, you go, well, I have to do it. Otherwise I'll be a coward. And So yeah, no, I wanted to. No one made me do it. I wanted to. I was up for the challenge, and I felt terrified in moments, really terrified. But I always feel like that's a good thing if you've got the support there and if the intention's right. And and everyone was there. It was a process that involved, many Jamaicans and a lot of people who knew Bob before he was famous, and so it was a wonderful journey. And I loved it, even in the moments where it was really difficult. I really enjoyed every bit of it. And I got to spend 2 years of my life listening to Bob and studying Bob, and it was a joy.
Well, Ziggy and Kingsley, thank you for being with us. Ziggy, I've seen you perform. I actually saw your father perform. And Kingsley, I'm going to see you perform this weekend.
I hope you enjoy.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, Bob Marley, One Love is in theaters everywhere.